So far, we're witnessing the longest sustained drive of the night for the Fort Worth All Saints offense. 1st and 10 from the Bishop Dunne 35-yard line after the nice reception and run by T. Love. Little pitch underhanded to Jacob Matlock, and a defender right there waiting for him, and drugged down by Brennan Scott, who is back in the game.
Dretch, I got to tell you, I think you're right. I think the Saints have got to give a little pump and go or something. The defense for the Falcons is so pressed right now. They got 8 or 9 in the box, daring the Saints to go down the field.
And, you know, we're talking about a double-edged sword, though. They got to be able to protect it. You know what I mean? You got to be able to protect it to regather.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. There's the vertical game. Donche Douglas, and that one is tipped and incomplete. Nice coverage on the play by the senior Logan Wilson.
And the safety is there, too. When obviously Chef was talking about earlier, they're playing a cover 2, and they're playing those safeties so wide. I mean, when you see this here, they're outside the hashes. You've got to do something to threaten that middle and keep those safeties in tighter.
3rd down and 10 for the Saints.
3rd down and 10 for All Saints. Trips to the right side of the line with the tight end Mitch Bothwell. Rolls the pocket to the right and right into the defender, just getting it away and throwing it at the feet of head coach Aaron Beck. Incomplete, no flag. There's the flag. No receiver in the tri-state area.
And he didn't get it to the line of scrimmage, I think, is the issue. He's outside the pocket. That ball's got to go past the line of scrimmage, and when it doesn't, you're going to get that and loss of down here.
It's giving him an unsportsmanlike, I think. If you notice, they got a little scuffle at the end of the play.
Pressure on the play was applied by number 50, Gabe.
So 4th down, where the ultimate spot will be is yet to be determined. Well, square up right there at the 50 on a logoless field here at Earl Hayes Stadium for Bishop Dunne, who has certainly been one of the top stalwarts when it comes to powerhouse programs over the years. Bishop Dunne, founded in '61, 4 state championships total. Ran roughshod through the 80s and early 90s, but then didn't win until 2014, the state championship. Perennial contender, though. Back deep again to return is Brian Williams. Hillman boots this, and it's a line driver. Brian Williams scoops it up with his fingertips at the 13-yard line.
Got to rally to the football, man. You got to rally.
Still splitting defenders. Now an ankle tackle brings him down at the 36-yard line.
Number 11, Brian Williams on the punt return for the Falcons.
Well, you can see why that young man is a football player. He's got offers, and I tell you what, I'm not sure he couldn't play multiple positions like he does on this team.
Well, Jimbo Fisher is very excited down at College Station to be getting him after his senior year coming up down there in A&M Aggieland. We can see why.
Where he's committed to. Wow.
But the only Falcon so far that is committed out of the many, many offers that many players have.
Well, the Saints are definitely going to need to stand up here on defense and at least take it into halftime.
And from their own 36, a 1st and 10 for Bishop Dunne. 36 ticks left on the clock. A nice little pass out and pushed out of bounds. Reception made by Kobe Cabell. Todd Thompson on the stop.
Pretty good timing right there. Only 38 seconds. Only took 5 seconds. They moved the football almost 8 yards.
2nd and 2. Yelverton looking downfield, finds a wide open receiver on the play. Andrew Armstrong splits the defenders and inside the 30 of the Saints. 24 ticks left on the clock.
Saints bring their free safety in on a small free safety blitz there, leaving the middle of the field open.
Timeout on the field, Falcons.
And a quick timeout taken by the Falcons as that clock started to restart. We'll see if they add some seconds to it as the ball wasn't quite set yet. And I believe they will.
Once again, fans,
we'll stick with our coverage here as there's only 22 seconds. Now they've got the clock squared away. Left in the 2nd quarter. On top of the press box here at Earl Hayes Stadium, it is Ken Buckner, joined by Glenn Stretch Smith, former assistant coach for the Dallas Cowboys and current coach there for Fort Worth All Saints Middle School, and of course the Chef Tim Love, here on the coverage here on the Texas 24/7 television network. A reminder, every single week you can, even in bye weeks, catch the Aaron Beck Coaches Show. Airs about Wednesday night every single week right here at Texas24.net. So something positive to go into the locker room. Gentlemen, you both spoke about it. There needs to be a stop right now by the All Saints defense.
Yeah, they need to. It looks like I'm not sure the scoreboard's right. I don't know how many timeouts they've got left, though. At 22 seconds, you really need to try to keep this ball in bounds.
One Falcon timeout left. 22 seconds left on the clock in the second. And a 1st and 10 from the Saints 28. Throw over the middle, and all over the defender was that when that draws the flag, and Charles Sanders had that right arm kind of lassoing the intended receiver.
Yeah, he's got him hooked by the hip right there. They tried to kind of there's a double move where they looked like they were going to go to the flat and then run that skinny back up in there, and he hooked him, and when he did, they saw it.
So an instant 1st down for Bishop Dunne, and that'll move him up all the way to now the 18-yard line of All Saints. And Matthew Yelverton.
The Falcons are going to spread them wide here. I would expect they're going to go to the end zone here in this play.
17 seconds remain in the second quarter. Yelverton throws to the end zone, but nobody was there. Maybe some miscommunication, or the play didn't materialize, but out of bounds, and it only took 5 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they run trips to the top and then try to come back to their big guy, Andrew Armstrong. Ball's just a little overthrown right there.
Armstrong, 6'3", 180 pounds as a senior.
You can tell in those all-red uniforms he's high cut, too. He looks like a thoroughbred out there.
2nd down and 10. Saints 18-yard line for the Falcons. 12 seconds left on the clock in the second. Already up 35-0. Little dump pass underneath to Hullaby, the running back, and Jaden Hullaby slips out of one tackle, good enough for a 1st down, and a 1st and goal will be set up. And let's see, a timeout taken with 3 seconds left. The final timeout taken by Bishop Dunne, and we'll see if here comes Tucker Littlejohn.
That's good hustle by Cayman Lane right there, coming from behind to get this shovel pass. Watch the speed here as he chases down the Falcon running back. Look at this.
That's really good hustle. I mean, if you're watching this as a scout, you see a guy rush the passer and then go chase that shovel pass. That's really, and that tells you, hey, you know what, this team's still playing with a lot of effort.
And Cayman Lane this year has really been, I mean, out of just a superstar core in that front four. Cayman Lane has really stood out. 6', 230-pound sophomore. He already has 6 sacks in 3 games this year. Here comes Tucker Littlejohn, the senior. He's 3 of 6 on field goals this year. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is up and also rings true. Now 4 of 7 on the year. And that'll end the half by punctuating the dominance so far tonight through 2 quarters by Bishop Dunne. Headed to the locker rooms, 38-0. The Falcons lead All Saints, and the Falcons will be on offense to start the third. Brief timeout, and we'll be back with our coverage after halftime and the homecoming festivities here at Earl Hayes Stadium. Back in a moment for the third on the Texas 24/7 Television Network.